when our partner in Santo Domingo, Ecuador, launched their pilot educational center in one of the barrios that they do work in, they wanted to test both how well the people there would receive the center and if the center could actually have the desired effect on the people that they expected. Well, it was a smashing success, and after just a few months, they had already seen a dramatic rise in both the grades and the attitudes of not only the children, but also on the adults attending the center. You see, they realized a few years ago that one of the root causes of the perpetual cycle of poverty within these barrios was simply the lack of education. Unfortunately, many of the youth here are dropping out of school at a very early age, and some never even get started at all. So they dug deeper to see what was causing it. They found that it primarily came from both the children's parents' existing low education level and also from the parents' indifference on how important a good education really is. The first one is really a generational problem that creates a vicious cycle. It's not uncommon here that the child's parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents are all uneducated. This lack of education fosters a sense of apathy towards the system, making them feel helpless and think, well, that must be the way it is. So, besides not having a good role model for the children to follow, after a certain point in the child's education, it unfortunately makes no sense for the kids to ask their parents for any help with their homework, because the children have already passed up their parents' level. The next problem comes down to money. Though public education is free in Ecuador, the required books, supplies, and the uniforms are not. What may seem incidental to us is really a big deal to them. These simple items can sometimes cost a parent as much as 1 month's wage for each child. These two things are a toxic combination that is a clear formula for failure. Hence, it is easy to see why so many kids drop out. You can think of it this way. Anytime a roadblock is placed in front of the kids, the path of least resistance is for the parents to just encourage the kid to just drop out, just like they also did when they were young. Whether it be the lack of money to buy a required school uniform, or any of the school supplies, or anything like that, the easiest solution for them is to just take their children out of school and have them perhaps work in the fields instead. However, to make matters even worse, in recent years the Ecuadorian government passed a law forbidding companies from hiring individuals that have not earned at least a high school diploma. But there is a silver lining. We believe we have come up with the solution, our educational center. The strategy behind it is actually twofold. The first part is with the youth before and after school program. Essentially, the center will be open every day of the school week. In the morning, for all of the children that attend the afternoon sessions at their public school, and in the afternoon, for all of the children that instead attend their public school in the morning. The Educational Center provides all of the following: help with homework and tutoring by the on-staff teachers, the purchasing of books and supplies, the purchasing of school uniforms, and it will also include 1 meal each day. The meal is to give the children at least one good meal that day, to give them the nutrition and energy they need to get the most out of it. The second program in the center is the Adult Literacy Program. This program will work with adults both young and old to teach them the basic skills of reading and writing. The genius of this program is that as the adults in the barrio get more education, this will help raise the community's understanding of the importance of education for the children of the barrio. The center will also require the parents of every student enrolled at the center to have to come to a mandatory monthly training session. These sessions are designed to teach the parents to understand the true value of their child's education and how to raise their children in a healthy way. With your donation, we can make this education center a huge success. All funds donated will be used for overhead like internet, electricity, supplies, and the teacher salaries of the center. It will also include school supplies, books, public school uniforms, and a daily meal for each of the children in the program.